gentlemen. Excellencies, distinguished guests and panelists, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you all today to a panel on cultural dimensions in future investment at the Azərbaycan Investment and Culture Summit. Ladies and gentlemen, this panel would like to highlight the critical restoration activities and programs carried out by the state of Azerbaijan to recover the iconic cultural sites and historical heritage destroyed by decades of occupation. According to a recent study by the National Assembly of State of Arts Agencies, NASA, arts and culture play a critical role in stimulating economic recovery. Research also reveals that the arts are an active and resilient sector with the capacity to ignite job growth, reduce economic risk, and expand a wide range of commercial activities and attract tourism at state and local levels. We also find a very strong upward trend of employment in art and culture, boosting overall employment strongly, especially in rural areas of some countries, as well as numerous cases where vibrant arts and culture scenes aids to grow many other industries. Carried across history through art, culture stands as a very strong guide for innovations reflected in all our societal structures and informs the products we create and the solutions we find. Informed by culture and its all tools, we are able to localize and globalize products and services for better representation, visibility, and return using all forms of media to communicate with people everywhere in the world about our cultures. In light of all this, we bring to you today this very exclusive panel of speakers and experts to bring forward their perspectives and discuss the many pressing issues on how best to activate cultural investment as part of the cultural and economic recovery of especially Azerbaijan's liberated areas. I'm having with me in this very exclusive panel His Excellency Mr. Elnur Aliyev, First Deputy Minister for Culture and of Azerbaijan, who was also a speaker in the previous panel, and also Mr. Abdul Karim Çay, the Chief Human Resources Officer of the Turkish Airlines. I also have with me today Mr. Elmuddin Mahdiyev, the Director of the Azerbaijan International Development Agency, AIDA, Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Azerbaijan, who was very recently the Director General of ICYF Eurasian Center in Baku. Also, very special panel with a lady on the panel, Ms. Alina Ravzodinova, the Project Manager of Kazan Summit Tatarstan Investment Development Agency, Russia. I welcome all of you to this panel. I would like to start with you, Excellency. We are in this panel try to really make people understand the connection between culture, development, culture, and the recovery process that's taken by Azerbaijan. And we know how much Azerbaijan is keen to recover those historical and cultural sites. So the floor is yours. And I would just like to say this panel will give an example how we are going to be very punctual. Each of our speakers will speak 10 minutes without me interrupting them. Thank you very much, Excellency. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Madam Moderator. In fact, this is the panel which explains the title of the summit, why we named it investment and culture. I think this is a very rare occasion where on international stage we can see investment and the culture coming together. And I would like to clarify that here we are not talking merely in investments in the culture, but I will try to maybe elucidate the relationship between culture and investment. Because if you look at the culture from the general perspective, culture is the way of our life. And we are living in the space of the culture since our birth time till the grave time. And whatever we do, professionally, personally, is defined by our cultural preferences, or it falls under the description of culture. And if we go further, we will come up to the understanding that this is what I will try to make a case that in fact culture defines the success of the economy, and the culture defines success of a corporate. If we go to the professional banking sphere, which is one of the most standardized business spheres generally, we will see that, and even the corporates, we will see that now there is a more focus on what is called on the corporate culture and the perception of the cultural risks. So this is a more technical issue, but this defines how much now the focus is on the culture. And it also defines how much we have to work on our culture to make attractive our economy, to make attractive our enterprises, and to make attractive our corporates. We have to understand that the two types of the skills required for any corporate leadership or an employee: professional skills and the personal skills. And the success of the company depends on how professional skills are aligned with the personal skills. This is very straightforward. And what we have seen in the recent global financial crisis, in what we call Atlantic financial crisis in 2008, ABN AMRO, for example, the failures were on a personal cultural level. All the mistakes, all the wrongdoings were done on a personal basis. It was not a financial, real financial issue. And after the all investigations, what came to the surface, that the culture of the leadership, personal qualities, personal values of the both leadership and the middle management defines success of a corporate or of a bank. And as if we assume an economy as a conglomeration of the different companies and the firms, then we come to the conclusion that the success of an economy depends on the individual success of a companies. From that perspective, if we want to make our economy successful, we have to work on we have to make our companies successful. There is a direct correlation and direct link. But how we can make our corporate successful? How we can make our banks successful? Because those are the legal entities, because we are talking about the legal entity, that are defining the success of the economy. Then we come to understanding that the professional skills can be taught, but nobody is acting outside of his cultural background. And the companies or corporates culture defined by the dominant host country culture. This is one side of the coin. Other side of the coin, then when we are looking for investments, international investment decisions are done in institutional manner. And before evaluating any specific project or any specific company or bank as a prospective investment, for the prospective investment purpose, there is a scientific approach now. And before coming to the project itself, there is a notion of the country risk. So before evaluating the merits of the specific project or a company, we are embarking on evaluating the country risk. And the country risk is, again, there is a scientific approach in evaluating the country risk. There are different classifications or the subgroups within a country risk, but let's say major approach is there is an economic risk, institutional risk, fiscal or financial system risk, and what's called credit or payment culture risk. So imagine before embarking on the merits of a specific project, we are looking at the country risk. And what's inside of the country risk is all about culture. And this is I can give a good example. One of the most successful economic models that we have today internationally and most commonly recognized is the one of Japan and Germany. And if we look deeper, then those which say, okay, German product or Japanese product has a preference or has a, let's say, the fact that the product is coming from either one of these countries, it is already coming with a positive, positive attitude, positive notation. Why? Because we believe in the culture of those countries. We believe that what we believe in the culture of those countries, that there is a culture of responsibility. This is very important. And that's why the purpose of this summit today that we are holding would like to emphasize how important is the cultural values for economic success. Because cultural values are transcending directly to the corporate culture. And the corporate culture today has already become a science. So there is a substantial amount of the scientific work and the experimental work on how we can improve the corporate culture. But to improve a corporate culture, there is no better way to improve the corporate culture than improving the general culture in the society. What does mean improving the culture? I think that from the investment perspective, this is the culture of responsibility. Culture of the responsibility, culture of appreciating the professional values. This is what I would like to emphasize, and as a representative of the Ministry of the Culture, I think that there is a huge, a very important, substantial role to be done by the Ministers of the Cultures. Because Ministers of the Cultures generally perceived as the ministries as asset managers, managing different cultural enterprises like theaters, museums, clubs. This is the general perception. But in fact, I think the major role of the ministries shall be endorsing, promoting, and maybe cleaning from the noise, what's called from the noise, proper cultures, proper values, which are conducive to the proper economic performance and activities. With your permission, Madam Moderator, I will shift to the Azərbaycani, because I believe this is very important also for our audience. Mən bir neçə sözlə Azərbaycan'a demək istəyərdim. Əslində bu məqsədimiz nədir? Əslində biz bu summitin adına baxsaq, burada çox fərqli bir anlayışlar birləşir. Sərmayə və mədəniyyət və bunun məqsədi nədir? Nəyə görə biz sərmayə və mədəniyyəti adlı bir toplantı keçiririk? Çünki biz inanırıq ki, mədəniyyət sadəcə mahnı, şeir, ədəbiyyatdan ibarət deyil. Mahnı, şeir, ədəbiyyat, teatr, kino mədəniyyətin konkret bir təzahürüdür. Çox spesifik bir təzahürüdür. Amma bu, geniş mədəniyyətdən qidalanan bir məfhumlardır. Və bugün nəyi vurğulamaq istəyirik? Biz vurğulamaq istəyirik ki, hər bir ölkənin iqtisadi uğuru onun mədəniyyətinə bağlıdır. Çünki ölkənin iqtisadiyyatı şirkətlərdən ibarətdir, banklardan ibarətdir və bunların fəaliyyəti iqtisadiyyatı yaradır. Şirkətlərin və bankların fəaliyyəti isə öz növbədə o şirkət və banklarda dominant olan mədəniyyətə bağlıdır. Çünki elm olaraq hər hansı bir elm bəllidir. Kağız səviyyəsində, sənət səviyyəsində, qaydalar səviyyəsində bunlar ölkələr arası aşağı-yuxarı eynidir. Qanunvericilik eynidir, sərmayə qanunvericiliyi eynidir, əmək qanunvericiliyi eynidir, vergilər aşağı-yuxarı eynidir. Çünki bu dünya səviyyəsində bir rəqabət var. Amma bu eyni qaydaları tətbiq edən ölkələrin uğurları fərqlidir. Və bu niyə görə fərqlidir? Çünki bu qaydalar, bu qanunlar müxtəlif mədəniyyətlər çərçivəsində tətbiq olunur və bunları ölkələrin də uğurunu fərqləndirən bu ölkələrin mədəniyyətidir. Və bu baxımdan Mədəniyyət Nazirliyi olaraq biz istəyərdik ki, mədəniyyətimiz də daha geniş anlamda yanaşılsın. Mədəniyyətimiz bizim yalnız teatra və ya kinoya getməkdən ibarət deyil. Mədəniyyətimizin bizim küçədə maşını istifadə etmə qaydalarından asılıdır. Trafik mədəniyyəti anlayışı var, korporativ mədəniyyət anlayışı var. Bunlar hamısı ümumi böyük mədəniyyətdən qidalanır. Və bizim də məqsədimiz odur ki, biz Mədəniyyət Nazirliyi olaraq biz istəyirik ki, Azərbaycan cəmiyyəti öz tarixi, bizi qələbəyə aparan mədəniyyəti yalnız müharibə zamanı tətbiq eləməsin, gündəlik həyat zamanı tətbiq eləyək. Bu çox önəmlidir. Biz istəyirik ki, biz yalnız müharibə vaxtı öz bayrağımız, dəyərlərimiz, mədəniyyətimiz ətrafında səfərbər olmayaq. Və biz göstərdik ki, biz səfərbər olmağa bacarırıq. İndi növbəti mərhələ biz sülh zamanında dəyərlərimiz ətrafında səfərbər olmalıyıq. Biz uğurlu Azərbaycanın gələcəyini təmin eləməliyik. Və bunun yeganə çıxış yolu məsuliyyətli mədəniyyətə tətbiq eləməkdir. Və mən də qeyd eləmək istəyərdim ki, bizim bugünkü səhər sesiyasında qeyd elədik ki, bizim kifayət qədər buna əsasımız və zəminimiz var. Bizim kifayət qədər irsimiz var, ədəbi irsimiz var, mədəni irsimiz var və dəyər yaratmış dahilərimiz var. Və biz bunu başqa heç bir mənbədən götürməyə ehtiyacımız yoxdur. Biz özümüzə düzgün sahib çıxsaq, biz özümüz öz dahilərimizə sahib çıxsaq, biz özümüz tarixin bu mərhələsinə gətirib çıxartmış dəyərlərimizə sahib çıxsaq, biz Azərbaycanı gələcəkdə də uğurlu eləyə bilərik. Və dediyim kimi, bunun ən böyük sübutu odur ki, biz heç kimin gözləndirmədiyi, heç kimin inanmadığı bir qələbəyə imza atdıq. Və bu qələbənin mən hesab edirəm ki, böyük miqyasda bu bizim mədəniyyətimizin qələbəsini demək olar. Bizim mədəniyyətimizdir ki, bizi belə bir dahi ali başkomandan yetişdirib. Bizim mədəniyyətimizdir ki, bizə dediyim kimi vətən uğrunda canlı və sağlamlığı fəda edən insanlar yetişdirib. Amma biz bunu yalnız dediyim kimi müharibə zamanı tətbiq eləməli deyilik. Biz bunu gündəlik əsasda, işimizdə, gücümüzdə, küçədə, qonşuda, hər yerdə tətbiq eləməliyik. Bu da iqtisadiyyata bilavasitə töhfə edən amildir. Və bizim də konferansımızın, bizim də bu tədbirimizin əsas məqsədi mədəniyyətlə iqtisadiyyatın əlaqəsini vurğulamaqdır. Bu, hamımızın individual olaraq əlimizdədir. Hamımızdan individual olaraq asılıdır. Biz düşünsək ki, mən eləməklə düzəlməyəcək, eyni düşüncəni biz Qarabağda tətbiq eləsəydik, biz o torpağı azad eləməyəcəkdik. Çox sadədir. Və burada nəsə tələb olunur? Səfərbərlik tələb olunur. Və biz də istəyirik ki, Azərbaycan cəmiyyəti tarixinin fərqli bir etapında, fərqli bir zamanında daha çox səfərbər olsun. 44 gün ərzində sahib çıxdığı dəyərlərə 44 gündən sonra da çıxsın. 44-cü gün bitməsin, 45-ci gün olsun, 46-cı gün olsun. Biz bilək ki, bizim mücadilələrimiz davam edir. Amma daha sülh şəraitində davam edir. Və biz də istəyirik bu mesajı çatdıraq konferans vasitəsilə və istəyirik ki, Mədəniyyət Nazirliyi olaraq da özümüzə sahib çıxaq, dəyərlərimizə sahib çıxaq və bunun da bir daha vurğulamaq istəyirəm, tam hüququmuz var, tam qürurlu şəkildə bunu eləyə bilərik, bütün mənbələrimiz də var. Və biz də istəyirik ki, cəmiyyət olaraq da Azərbaycan vətəndaşları bu işdə Mədəniyyət Nazirliyinə dəstək versinlər, kömək versinlər ki, biz özümüz üçün, gələcəyimiz üçün, gənc nəsillərimiz üçün, uşaqlarımız üçün, nəvələrimiz üçün gələcəyimizin uğurlu olduğunu təmin edək. Və gələcəyimizin necə uğurlu olduğunu, bir Azərbaycanlı kimi uğurlu olduğunu. Bunu çatdırmaq istəyərdim. Təşəkkür edirəm. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Excellency, for this very deep reflection on culture and corporate. And I would like just to highlight some of the takeaways from the very, very extensive reflection that culture is a way of life. It ignites economic. Cultural leadership defines the success of leadership. Success of the companies depends on the individual successes who are successful because of their culture. Cultural values becomes a corporate culture. It means culture of responsibility, respect of the profession. Those are just some of the very great takeaways we will take from this speech. I thank you again. And I took more from the Azerbaijani than the one in English. Thank you for speaking English for our audience, international audience. I would like now to ask Mr. Abdul Karim Çay, the Chief of Human Resources of Turkish Airlines, to give us his presentation. And I just would like to say that one of the things we travel a lot with the Turkish Airlines, and we noticed the cultural color of these airlines and how much it attracts actually our decisions to where to go next, because some of the videos played on cultural heritage of Turkey through airlines, Turkish Airlines, actually affects the decision of our next destination of tourism. Thank you, and please, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Fadile. If you allow me, I would like to make my speech in Turkish, unfortunately.
Please, as you wish. Yes.
Teşekkürler, Sayın Bakanım, teşekkürler. Aslında ben de konuşmamla alakalı düşünürken Sayın Bakanımızın bahsettiği konular çerçevesinde bir konuşma yapmayı planlıyordum ve Sayın Bakanımızın bıraktığı yerden devam etmek istersek, bir havayolu dediğimizde havayolunun neyden ibaret olduğuna baktığımızda havayolunda uçaklar var, işte motorlar, uçak. Nerede operasyon yapıyoruz? Havalimanında yakıt alıyoruz. Bütün dünyadaki havayolları hemen hemen aynı markadaki uçakları kullanıyor. Hemen hemen aynı havalimanlarına iniyor ve aynı yakıtı kullanıyor. Peki Türk Hava Yolları'nı baktığımızda özellikle bölgedeki diğer hava yollarından başarılı kılan, daha önde kılan unsur ne? Burada insan kaynağına geliyoruz. Aslında insan kaynağı da bizim kendi kültürümüzü, Türkiye'mizin, bu bölgenin geleneğini ve kültürünü Türk Hava Yolları aracılığıyla müşterilerine servis eden bir yapı. Bu bakımdan Türk Hava Yolları'nın başarısının en büyük kaynağı insan kaynağı. Yani diğer unsurlar hemen hemen aynı olduğu bütün hava yollarından farklı olarak bizim insan kaynağımız, haliyle de kültürümüz sebebiyle biz diğer hava yollarından ayrışıyoruz. Tabii ki insan kaynağı açısından da bizi bu şirkete hizmet etmekteki en çok motive eden konulardan biri hem ismimizde bir Türkiye olması hem de ülkemizin bayrağını uçtuğumuz bütün bölgelere taşıyor olmamız. Şu anda biz dünyada en fazla noktaya uçan havayolu şirketiyiz ve bu operasyonu hemen hemen 60.000 kişinin üstünde bir ekiple yapıyoruz. Tabii bu pandemi döneminde özellikle havayolu en fazla etkilenen sektörlerden oldu. Malumunuz 3-4 ay hiç operasyon yapmadık, tahliye uçuşları haricinde. Ama daha sonra yavaş yavaş pazarın açılmasıyla biz Türk insanının farkını ortaya çıkarttık. Bütün dünyada kâra geçen ilk havayolu Türk Hava Yolları oldu. Tabii bu pandemi boyunda bizim insan kaynağımız da bir fedakarlıkta bulundu. Özellikle maliyet kaleminde ikinci kalem olan ücretler kısmında fedakarlıkta bulundu. Bu tabii ki bizim bütün dünyadaki insan kaynağımızın bir araya gelip birlikte aynı kültürü paylaşıyor olması, aynı iş kültürünü paylaşıyor olması sebebiyle ortaya koyduğu bir fedakarlıktı ve bu fedakarlığın ürünlerini şimdi yavaş yavaş görüyoruz. Dünyada ilk kez kâra geçen havayolu olduk. Yine pandemi döneminde biz uçuşlarımızı arttırmaya devam ediyoruz. Tabii yine işin kültürle alakalı kısmına baktığımızda Türkiye'mizin, Türk insanının kültürünü uçtuğumuz noktalara bir şekilde taşıyan, vesile olan, araç olan bir kurum halindeyiz. Özellikle Sayın Cumhurbaşkanımızın ve devletimizin hem Afrika kıtası hem bu bölgedeki Türkiye'nin kültürü, Türk insanının kültürünü taşıması, bu bölgedeki farklı alanlardaki hem ticari yatırımları hem kültürel alanlardaki yatırımlarla alakalı operasyonların başlaması açısından o bölgeye gittiğindeki ilk talimatlarından biri Türk Hava Yolları'na buraya uçacaksınız oluyor. O bakımdan biz uçuşlarımızı başlattıktan sonra tabii ki arkasından ekonomik ve kültürel faaliyetler de takip ediyor. Baktığımızda yine bu alanda yani operasyonumuz, taşıdığımız kültür, müşterilere verdiğimiz hizmet, bahsediyorsunuz Türk Hava Yolları'ndan herkes çok memnun. Yani biz de arada tabii memnuniyetsizler alsak da toplamda genel bir memnuniyet var. Bunun en büyük sebebi insan kaynağı ve insan kaynağının sahip olduğu kültür. Kültürle alakalı yine fiziki faaliyetlerde de bulunuyoruz tabii ki. Türk Hava Yolları olarak biz baktığımızda Türkiye'den yurt dışına kaçırılan tarihi eserlerin ülkemize taşınması veyahut da Türkiye'nin yurt dışında yaptığı kültür sanat faaliyetleri, yine ülkemizde yapılan kültür sanat yapımlar gibi faaliyetlerde de ciddi sponsorluklarımız bulunmakta. Biz şu anda 140 farklı milletten insanla çalışıyoruz ama baktığımızda bunların hepsinin ortak bir kültürü var. Biz bu Türk Hava Yolları kültürünü yaymak için ayrıca ülkemizde çeşitli eğitimler, Türkçe dilinin öğrenilmesi, Türkiye ile alakalı kültürün yayılması ve bununla ilgili ilk oryantasyon çalışmalarında da yurt dışındaki arkadaşlarımızı Türkiye'ye getirip bir Türkiye turu yapıyoruz. Ben insan kaynağı ile alakalı kısmı bu şekilde tamamlarken biraz da yatırımlardan bahsetmek istiyorum. Startup kısmı ile alakalı. Türk Hava Yolları olarak bir yandan operasyonumuzu yaparken bir yandan da havacılık sektöründe hangi alanlarda yatırımları yerleştirebiliriz, hangi alanlarda yatırım yapabiliriz buna da bakıyoruz. Bizim şu anda yaklaşık 20'ye yakın iştirakimiz bulunmakta. Biz uçakları alırken genelde uçağın kendisini ve motorunu beraber alıyoruz. Daha sonra koltukları, içindeki galey dediğimiz yapıları, eğlence sistemleri bunların ayrı ekliyoruz daha arkasından. Şu anda bizim startup olarak başladığımız Türkiye'de koltuk üretimi, galey üretimi ve uçak içi eğlence sistemlerinin yerli ve milli olarak yapılmasıyla alakalı projelerimiz var. Ve bunları da ülkemizdeki çeşitli partnerlerle beraber yapıyoruz. Bu bakımdan startup üzerinde çalışan arkadaşlara Türk Hava Yolları olarak ortak yapabileceğimiz projeler konusunda kapımız her zaman açık diyerek ben konuşmamı tamamlamak istiyorum. Daha sonra gelecek sorulara göre yeniden fırsatımız olursa konuşmak isteriz. Teşekkürler.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abdelkarim, for this very brief and deep yet presentation. Let's take some takeaways from your very wonderful speech. He said, "We carry our flag and culture around the world. Flying to all countries means also flying with us our economy and culture. The cultural diversity of our human resources is also another dimension, cultural dimension. Turkish Airlines is also one of the best supporters of startups." Thank you very much again, Mr. Abdelkarim. And I would like to give the floor to next to our friend, Mr. Elmedin. Please, the floor is yours, and we wish to hear your diverse background, your experiences from doing cultures with youth, and now as in your position, you are also going to share with us some another dimension of culture and investment. Thank you very much, Mr. Elmedin. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Dr. Greene. First, I would like to greet our esteemed speakers, Mr. Aliyev, Mr. Chai, Ms. Razudinova, as well as our distinguished audience, guests. In particular, I would like to greet our foreign guests in our Republic of Azerbaijan, the land of fire, emanated through and associated with glory and victory. Today, I represent here the Azərbaycan International Development Agency, the national donor institution of the Republic of Azerbaijan, which is responsible for both coordination and implementation of international humanitarian aid and technical assistance projects. AIDA, throughout the 10 years, have implemented numerous projects in different countries. In total, we have delivered humanitarian aid and technical assistance of the people of Azerbaijan to around 120 countries over the world, and approximately 5 million people have benefited from this aid. The subject today, cultural dimension in future investments, to speak frankly, a bit challenging, but at the same time very relative and relevant to modern development of the world. Speaking about the culture and from the philosophic aspect, whatever we are doing in our life as individuals and as nations, as a geography, all of them are the components of the culture. When we are talking about the ancient history, when we are talking about ancient civilizations, we are naming them cultures. The culture of the ancient Rome, we are talking about the culture about the Greek civilization, the culture of the Middle East, Mesopotamia, all of them are the cultures. The positive contribution of the humanity, we can call them the culture. And in general, the economics, politics, the investments, all of them are the culture, the art. Positively, they are art, and all of these art are the components of the culture. I guess in past, when the people were investing in different fields in talking about the economic side of the issue, maybe the cultural aspect, dimension, was somehow neglected, or maybe it was hidden. But now, in modern world, we are talking about the cultural dimension in investment. We are developing it as notion. And today, even one of our panels is dedicated to this subject. Throughout the 2 days, actually the full yesterday and today, we are talking about the different aspects and dimensions of development and investment. And specifically, this panel is about the cultural dimension. Taking this opportunity, I would like to thank the organizers for this August event and for extended invitation. And I would like to highlight that throughout the decades, centuries, millenniums, the culture was the main driver for development and community-wide social, economic, and environmental impacts. And talking about the Sustainable Development Goals adopted in 2015 by the world community, I would like to emphasize that, to stress that the Sustainable Development Goals have emphasized the need of integration culture in the conception, measurement, and development. And the culture is very important in all meanings. And as previously Mr. Aliyev has emphasized, while making the investment in a specific field or a specific geography, it's very important, it's of great importance to pay attention to the culture of the people there. And I do believe that apart from the economic reasons, in particular the cultural reason, will definitely affect the success of that investment. The culture of work, the culture of actually the culture of, we can name all the traditions and moral values of that nation as a culture, and all of these components are affecting our investments. From this point of view, I also would like to mention that culture does not only affect the investment. Culture affects all our activities. And talking on behalf of the donor institution, I can say that the culture affects the donor activities also. For example, moral values and traditions and culture of the people of Azerbaijan, in particular the values as humanity, the helping to the needy people, charity, justice, is a driver for our donor activities in the world. And in this framework, I would like to underline that Azerbaijan is a unique country in the world in this field, because approximately 30 years ago, when we got our independence, actually restored our independence, and faced the foreign aggression, occupation of our lands, associated with 1 million refugees and IDPs. As a country, we were in need. We were receiving the humanitarian aid from abroad. But in a very short period, we can name it short period in a whole history, because just in 20 years, in 25 years, thanks to the very successful, exemplary, internal, domestic and foreign policy of the government, of the leadership, Azerbaijan became the donor country and became the prominent member of international donor community. It's very hard to find another example, the country that in 20 years from the recipient transformed into donor country. And I do believe that one of the reasons of this success is our culture. And in these words, with these words, I would like to finish my first part of presentation. If there will be any other question, I'll be rather more than happy to answer. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, dear Mr. Ilmuddin Mahdi, for your wonderful presentation, and also for taking very brief and to give us the space for more questions and answers. One of the takeaways, or from the many things we took from your presentation, that we carried our humanitarian aid to 120 countries around the world. And culture was always a driver of development throughout history. Observing the culture and the moral of the nations can be key success in economy. With that, I would like to thank you very much for your wonderful presentation, and would like to move to my last special panelist. And I'm saying special because I'm very happy we're having a female panelist. We have been listening to experts, wonderful speakers, but I was always looking to the stage to see more ladies speakers. And Ms. Alina, the project manager of Kazan Summit, Tatarstan Investment Development, will talk to us about her reflections on cultural dimensions and investments. Please, Ms. Alina, the floor is yours.
First of all, I would like to thank organizer for inviting me here to this beautiful city and beautiful platform, and to greet all distinguished guests and speakers. I represent Tatarstan Investment Agency here, and would like to start with give you some information about the Republic of Tatarstan. still doesn't, okay, sorry. The Republic of Tatarstan is a leading Russian region in terms of economy, industry, trade, culture, and sport. It takes the first positions in international national rating of investment climate, and 3 years in a row it took the first place. 173 nationalities live in peace and harmony in the region, as well as more than 1,000 religious associations are registered there. Investors find highly attractive the region because of the combination of cutting-edge technology with rich traditions and cultures. The local culture plays an important role in the establishment of economic ties. For example, the Republic of Turkey is our best investor, the biggest investor, and because of the common rules, common roots and common values, it's easier to communicate and work together. The Republic of Azerbaijan is also investing in the production of plastic plates, strips, pipes, profiles, and trade. One of the tools to attract investments in the Republic of Tatarstan is International Economic Summit, Russia Islamic World, Kazan Summit, which we held from 2009. The President of Republic of Tatarstan, Mr. Rustam Minikhanov, is appointed as a chairman of Strategic Vision Group, Russia Islamic World. The 12th Economic Summit, Kazan Summit, was held in the highest level and sorry, it doesn't work. And almost 5,000 participants was there from 64 countries. The main aim of the Economic Summit is to strengthen the communication and cooperation between regions of Russia and OAC countries. The focus of this year's business program was conscious consumption, and there were 5 directions of conscious consumption, such as food, time, money, information, and ecology overall. Kazan Summit is always hosting Russia Halal Expo, the biggest halal industry expo in the country. And 113 exhibitors from all around the world came this year. In Tatarstan, we also work on halal lifestyle roadmap, and it's based on the cultural and religious values of the region. And we actually now started to see the economic results out of it. For example, Islamic financial institutions and services, certified halal clinics and medical centers started to appear and develop. And for the cultural part, for example, we've got in 2019, we've got the Festival of Muslim Movies, and it gave birth to the project named Movie in 7 Days, where young filmmakers can get funding and to make a movie and to present themselves in different festivals. Within the framework of the Kazan Summit, we also have a lot of satellite events as a forum of young entrepreneurs, a forum of young diplomats of OAC countries. By the way, ICYF is also a partner of this forum. Okay. Okay. One of the important parts of the summit is acquainting our potential investors and guests with the summit, with the cultural part of the summit. We organize gala dinners with national cuisine and national concerts. We conduct modest fashion shows and film festivals, cuisine festivals, and includes visits to museums and theaters of our guests. Separately, it's worth to say that we have 3 UNESCO heritage sites in the Tatarstan. It's the city of Volgograd, the ancient city of Volgograd, the island city of Sviazhsk, and Kazan Kremlin. But the cultural introduction, it's not only about tours in cuisine, it's also about the culture of communication. Our guests face the culture during the B2B communication, informal networking, and the business sessions dedicated to cross-cultural communication. Next year, we invite you to visit Kazan Summit. It will be in May 1921, and we will widely celebrate 1100 years of adopting Islam in the region, so it will be great. Thank you for attention.
Thank you very much, Elina, for this wonderful presentation. And it's very good that we get to know more about Kazan. That's an attraction. Thank you also for introducing the Kazan international platform. That's actually one of the best international platforms and investment summits of ICYF as well. And also, one of the takeaways from your speech today was Kazan is also a leader in halal industry and lifestyle through food and cuisine. So Ms. Elina invited all of us to Kazan, and we look forward to the Kazan Summit in 2021, where ICYF is actually a great partner and great friend. I would like to finish here. Thank you very much, Ms. Elina, again, with very good question for His Excellency, Mr. El Noor. Can we just try to finish with 2 or 3 questions for all of the speakers? The one for yourself is, how can culture and economy bridge humanity in this very challenging time? And how can arts and culture ignite youth participation in the development? Thank you.
Təşəkkür edirəm. Əslində birinci hissədə danışdığımız kimi, yəni Mədəniyyət Nazirliyi olaraq biz mədəniyyətin bilavasitə iqtisadiyyata bağlı olduğunu və bunun ən böyük sübutu iqtisadiyyatı insanlar yaptığını, insanlar iqtisadiyyatı insanlar yaradır, insanlar da öz mədəniyyətində yaşayır. Təbii ki, bugün ən vacib istiqamətlərdən biri yaradıcı sənayelərdir. Mədəniyyət sahəsində yaradıcı sənayelərdir və burada təbii gənclər üçün böyük bir potensial var. Əslində, bugün qloballaşan dünyada, bugün beynəlxalq ticarətin artıq kifayət qədər əlverişli olduğunu nəzərə alaraq, mədəniyyət əsasında yaradılmış məhsulların ixracına böyük imkanlar yaranır. Bu çox vacibdir və biz də Mədəniyyət Nazirliyi olaraq yaradıcı sənayenin inkişafı üçün xüsusi layihə hazırlayırıq, xüsusi siyasət hazırlayırıq. Fürsətdən istifadə edərək mən əslində mədəniyyətimizlə bağlı bir neçə məqamı da bölüşmək istəyərdim. With your permission. Bu əslində mədəniyyəti anlamaq üçün biz və ya indicə bundan əvvəl danışdığımız kimi təbii tariximizə baxa bilərik, daha böyük mütəfəkkirlərimizə baxa bilərik. Amma biz bugün fərqli bir dönəmdə yaşayırıq və mədəniyyətimizin məncə ən böyük bariz nümunəsi bu bizim qələbəmizdir. Mən sizlə bir neçə fikrimi paylaşmaq istəyərəm. Bizim qonaqlarımız da var xaricdən, istəyərdim onlar da eşitsin. İşğaldan azad olmuş ərazilərə bizim xarici qonaqları müşahidə edərək mən bir neçə dəfə getdim. Və bu ərazilərdə bilirsiniz ki, ermənilər 30 il ancaq istehkam tikiblər. Ancaq mina bastırıblar və elə eləyiblər ki, heç növ qoşun, əskər bunu keçə bilməsin. Yalnız bununla məşğul, 30 il. Və mən orada olanda başa düşürəm ki, bura gəlib çıxan əskər, bu torpağı azad edən əskər çox fərqli bir əskərdir. Bu super bir əskərdir. Təsəvvür eləyin, cəbhə boyunca mina və 30 kilometr dərinliyində mina sahələri. Və biz bugün bayraqlar haqqında danışırıq, pualar haqqında danışırıq. Təbii ki, bunların rolu çox böyükdür və Azərbaycan əslində müasir müharibə göstərdi. 5-ci nəsil müharibə göstərdi. Bunlar Qərbdə çox diqqətlə araşdırılır və müharibənin yeni növü kimi araşdırılır. Amma bu texnologiya nə qədər müstəsna olsa, texnologiyadan bacarıq nə qədər müstəsna olsa, o torpaqları azad eləmək üçün ora fiziki əskər getməlidir. Fiziki, qoşun getməlidir, qoşun. Və bu puallar, texnologiyalar o minalı sahələri boşaltmırlar. Bugün minalı sahələr də bizim ən böyük problemlərimizdən biridir. Bilirsiniz ki, 1 milyondan çox mina bastırılır. 1 milyondan çox ən azı. Amma bu əskər ora getmək üçün ermənilərin kəndi təchizatı üçün, özlərinin təchizatı üçün cəbhə xəttində buraxdıqları 4-5 metr enliyində yollar var. Cəbhənin içinə girir. Və bizim əskər, bizim ordu bütün işlər görüldükdən sonra fiziki olaraq ora getməlidir, qoşun kimi. İndividual 5, 10, 15 nəfər dəstək kimi yox, qoşun kimi torpağa sahib çıxasan, torpağa ayağını bastırasan, ayaq basasan. Və biz burada o işğaldan azad olmuş ərazilərdə olanda biz bizim əskərlərlə, zabitlərlə danışırdıq. Və onlar açığı elə əhvalatlar danışır ki, mən şəxsən başa düşürəm ki, bu qələbə ancaq böyük mədəniyyətin imzası ola bilər, başqa cür mümkün deyil. Təsəvvür eləyin, o ərazilərə gedən ilk tank 4 metr enliyində cəbhənin içinə girən ilk tank. Bu tankda oturan insan, əskər, bu %100 vurulduğunu bəlkə də bilir. Çünki sən bu 30 ildir bu istiqamətdə bir dənə Azərbaycanlı getməyib. Nə qədər də pualar işləsə, nə qədər də bayraqlarlar işləsə, o yolu 4 metr enliyində, ətrafı kilometrlərlə mina, sağı kilometrlərlə mina, 4 metrin qoruyan bir erməni məzlum əskəri tapılacaq. Və bu bilir ki, o tank vurulacaq, %100 vurulacaq. Və bizim əskərlər danışır ki, o %100 vurulacaq tanka girmək üçün bizim əskərlərimiz bir-birindən mübahisə edirdi. Kim o tankda oturacaq? Yaşlı deyirdi, sən cavansan, mən getməm, mən gedim. Cavan deyir ki, sən yaşlısan, ailəm var, mənim ailəm yoxdur, mənim bağlantım azdır bu dünyaya, mən gedim. Belə mübahisələr olurdu. Və birinci tank, yəni bu çox, mən bir şəxsi bunu süzgəcimdən keçirirəm, mən fikirləşirəm, o tanka girmək üçün nə qədər sənə güc və inam lazımdır ki, biləsən ki, 2 dəqiqədən sonra bastırmağa da heç nə qalmayacaq. Bu mədəniyyət yetişdir, bu insanları yetişdirən mədəniyyətdir, bilirsiniz, bu tarixdir, inancdır, bu çox fərqli bir şeydir. Orada elə istehkamlar var ki, mən belə başa düşürəm ki, o istehkamın mövcudluğundan xəbərimiz yox idi. Onu biz, ermənilər Azərbaycan ordusunun gücünün təsiri olaraq erməni əskəri oranı qoyub qaçıb. Mən şəxsən birində oldum, 600 metrə Cəbrayıl-Füzuli istiqamətində bir tunel var. Dağın içində qazılıb, betonla örtülüb, ora nüvə silahı atsan belə heç bir təsir olmaz. Yəni bunu bizə peşəkar əskərlər deyir. Və bu istehkamın da belə pəncərəli var, Füzuli istiqamətinə baxır, İran sərhədi istiqamətinə baxır, tam olaraq nəzarətdədir, düzənlik nəzarətdədir, onlar hündürdədirlər. Və bu istehkamın içində seyf qapılar, 3-4 mərhələli seyf qapılar, biz ora gedəndə hadisələr, deməli, müharibədən 6-7 ay sonra olub. Yəni, o istehkamın mövcudluğu da belə bilinmirdi. Və o istehkamı ola-ola, sən necə şücaət göstərməlisən, əskər olaraq, ordu olaraq ki, o alınmaz, nüvə silahından alınmayan istehkamı erməni qoyub qaçsın. Məncə, bu bir möcüzədir əslində. Yəni, bizim ordumuzun cəbhədə, döyüş sahəsində yaptığı, göstərdiyi bir möcüzədir. Çox müstəsna bir möcüzədir. Ona görə əslində biz burada çox rahat oturmuşuq, ona görə o şəhid və qazilərimizə görə çox rahatıq, bərpa eləmişik. Amma mənə elə gəlir ki, mədəniyyət baxımından biz Qarabağa geri dönməklə ən böyük hadisə də biz özümüzə geri dönmüşük. Biz özümüzə yenidən tanımışıq, inam qazandırmışıq. Biz hamıya göstərmişik ki, biz kimik. Bu çox vacibdir. Bu bir qələbə imzasıdır. Zəfər imzasıdır və bu ilk növbədə dediyim kimi şəhid anlayışı olan mədəniyyətin imzasıdır. Və biz də istəyirik ki, bu anlayışı, bu dəyərləri olan mədəniyyət iqtisadiyyata töhfə versin. Allaha şükür, bugün hamı gedib şəhid olmağa ehtiyac yoxdur. İnanıram ki, olsa hamımız hazır olarıq. Amma biz quruculuq işinlə də məşğul olmalıyıq. Biz zəfəri gələcəyə aparmalıyıq. Bunu şəxsən mən belə buna yanaşıram. Və o baxımdan da mədəniyyətimizə yanaşmamızı mənə elə gəlir daha da dəqiqləşdirməliyik. Şəxsi mədəniyyətimizə. Mədəniyyət yalnız incəsənət deyil, mədəniyyət digər sənətləri də əhatə edir. İş tərzi ilə, yanaşma ilə, məqsədi ilə, niyyəti ilə digər sənətləri də əhatə edir. Mədəniyyət budur və bizə miras gələn mədəniyyət budur. Çox vacibdir. Bizə miras gələn mədəniyyət budur. Mən də, biz Mədəniyyət Nazirliyi olaraq istəyirik ki, biz o cəbhədə, döyüş meydanında sahib çıxdığı mədəniyyətimizi, təkrar edirəm, sülh zamanında da sahib çıxaq. Və sülh zamanında sahib çıxsaq, dayanıqlı, davamlı olaraq, bir də çox az bir ehtimal var ki, biz ona cəbhədə bir də sahib çıxmağa ehtiyac yaranız. Bunu vurğulamaq istəyirəm. Təşəkkür edirəm. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Anor. Such a pleasure listening to you, bringing how culture and the personal and the moral values affects development in prosperity, and then how it ignites courage and best values in times of crisis and war, and how in overall, again, it brings pride, it brings self-respect, it brings, again, ignites the cultural values back to the prosperity time. So this is another cycle of yours today where prosperity and a hard time values and cultural values are working for us. I thank you again, and I would also like to thank you on behalf of all. Yesterday for the Cultural Ministry for the wonderful reception, the cultural reception. It was amazingly great. Thank you very much. Mr. Abdul Karim Çay, a question for you, please, if you could just tell us how did Turkish Airlines discover the linkage between arts, tourism, and economic growth? If you could just share with us more of the Turkish Airlines activities in that regard. Thank you.
Teşekkür ederim. Tabii Sayın Bakanımızın da söylediği gibi aslında biz bir yerde bir fetih yaptıktan sonra oraya fiziki olarak ayağımızı basmazsak, fiziki olarak insanımızı oraya götürmezsek, fiziki olarak yatırımımızı, kültürümüzü o bölgeye götürmezsek aslında tamamen fetih yapmamış oluyoruz. Bu bakımdan biz de Türk Hava Yolları olarak tam da bu ruhla çalışıyoruz. Bizim görevimiz Türk kültürümüzü, İslam kültürünü uçtuğumuz coğrafyalara bir şekilde yaymak. Ya ben şunu söyleyebilirim, biz bir yere bir uçuş planlaması yaptığımızda bunun ticari şartları ne olacak, biz buradan kar mı edeceğiz, zarar mı edeceğiz diye tabii ki hesaplamalar yapıyoruz ama bazen zarar çıkan yerlerde bile fedakarlıklar yapıp onu kâra çevirmek bizim sorumluluğumuz. Bizim operasyon yaptığımız yerlerde bir defa zarar etme gibi bir lüksümüz yok. Ancak diğer görevimiz de baktığımızda Türkiye'nin son dönemdeki başarısıyla paralel olarak bizim de Türk Hava Yolları olarak üzerimize düşen çok büyük bir görev var. O da Türkiye'nin, Türk kültürünün uçtuğumuz bölgelere insanımız, yatırımımız, farklı kuruluşlarla beraber eğitim, sosyal faaliyet gibi faaliyetlerin o bölgelere taşınması için bizim oraya uçmamız lazım. Biz de o bakımdan çok ağır olan bir sorumluluğu, bu bayrak taşıma sorumluluğunu üstümüzde alıyoruz ve taşıyoruz. Yine biz Türk insanı olarak zor şartlarda çalışmayı, zor coğrafyaları savaşmayı ve mücadele etmeyi çok seviyoruz. Ya bize rahatlık çok yaramıyor. Bizim mücadele edecek alanlarımız lazım. O bakımdan şu dönemler bizim en sevdiğimiz dönemler. Fırsatların, imkanların çok olduğu dönemler. Biz de bu fırsat ve imkanları hem ticari olarak oralara uçarak hava yolu alanında yeni fetihler yapmak hem de uçtuğumuz noktalara kültürümüzü, ahlakımızı, geleneğimizi, tarihimizi taşımak için sonuna kadar mücadele ediyoruz. Bu şekilde tamamlayabilirim ben de. Çok teşekkür ediyorum.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abdelkarim. Indeed, the cultural activities of the Turkish Airlines, your devotion to arts and culture is a key success for the Turkish Airlines, and that's why Turkish Airlines is always in behind the screen, and it's one of the sponsors of the best programs all around the world, including this program. I would like to turn to my friend, Mr. Ilmeddin, and I have a question for you. Mr. Ilmeddin, please, in light of you, a person who worked with youth in the OIC region and Europe, and there was so much cultural diversity in the groups of youth you have been working with them in many, many years. What is your conclusion of the cultural drive of our youth when it comes to, achieving? How was the cultural dimension a drive?
Thank you, Dr. Green, for the question. I'll try to make it short and to answer in general. Working with youth is exceptional because actually the youth in all societies are the less politicized, less prejudiced, and most open-minded segment of the society. From this point of view, to work with youth, it's more easy to achieve your goals when the goals are serving to the benefit of the humanity and intercultural dialogue, coexistence. And of course, the use of the OIC, they are representing different geographies, different subcultures or cultures, and necessarily they have their own differences between themselves. But in general, as in the OIC itself, in the OIC region also, there is a common and upper civilization, or the, let's say, culture, which is the Islamic civilization. From this perspective, of course, there are similarities and common features of the youth. But working with the youth of other regions, again, I'm going back to my first sentence, that taking into consideration that youth are open-minded and less politicized, in particular to work with the youth of different cultures and with different regions, I think that should be priority for our youth organizations at the same time. And with your permission, I would like to share a couple of sentences in my own language, in Azərbaycani. Fürsətdən istifadə edərək mən də hər bir kəsi təkrar salamlayıram və təşkilatçılara təşəkkür edirəm belə bir gözəl tədbir üçün, dəvət etdikləri üçün və tədbirin ümumi abu-havasına və məzmununa, mövzusuna uyğun olaraq bir neçə cümlə qeyd etmək istəyirəm. Mədəniyyətlə bağlı, bizim qələbəmizlə bağlı, bugünün reallığı ilə bağlı. Bəli, biz möhtəşəm zəfərdən sonra özümüzə geri dönürük və yaxud yeni bir mədəniyyət inşa edirik hal-hazırda və bu mədəniyyətin əsas daşıyıcı komponenti də bizim tarixi ənənəmiz, mədəniyyətimizdir. Və bu baxımdan hər bir fərdin, hər bir Azərbaycan Respublikası vətəndaşının üzərinə yük düşür, məsuliyyət düşür və artıq qalib və müzəffər bir dövlətin vətəndaşı olaraq yaşamaq məsuliyyətini hər bir kəs dərk etməlidir və mən əminəm ki, dərk edir və bu yöndə də, bu istiqamətdə də əlindən gələn hər bir şeyi etməlidir. Bizim qəhrəman və əziz şəhidlərimiz bizə ancaq öz ailələrini əmanət etməyiblər. Onlar daha böyük bir şeyi əmanət buraxıblar. Onlar qələbəni əmanət buraxıblar bizə. Biz bu qələbəni və qələbədən irəli gələn məsuliyyəti və vəzifələri yaşadığımız müddətcə nəsildən nəsilə ötürərək davam etdirməliyik. Bu baxımdan mədəniyyətin buradakı rolu çox önəmlidir və biz bu mədəniyyəti əslində formalaşdırmalıyıq, bu mədəniyyətlə yaşamalıyıq. Və hər bir sahədə olduğu kimi mədəniyyət bu sahədə də əsas, daşıyıcı, təkanverici və təmin edici faktor olacaqdır. Təkrar hər birinizə təşəkkür edirəm və təşkilatçılara təşəkkür edirəm. Çox sağ olun deyirəm.
Very much, Mr. Mehdi, for your insights and insightful reflections on how culture and youth works, both in cultural values can be drive for our young people, especially we have behind us and in front of us great Islamic civilization, and also how we are inspired by the personal values of youth, being open, being valuable. We have too much respect for work, for innovation, which is a very Islamic value. Thank you very much again, and I would like to turn to our last speaker, Ms. Elina. How do you see the prospect and future of culture in economy and investment from your development background? Probably also, how do you see it affecting youth? If you could just share some insights of yours with us. Thank you.
I would like to finish up with the hope that rich culture and traditions will help to Azerbaijan attract investment and to overcome all the consequences of the war. And also I would like to say that from the Republic of Tatarstan we are ready to cooperate, so we invite you to the Republic and we'll be glad to see you there. Thank you.
Thank you very much again, and I would like first to thank my great panelists for their insights and for their wonderful presentations and answers for our questions. It was really a joy for me to moderate this session. And I would like also to thank all of you, Excellencies, our special guests and distinguished youth and startups. We look forward to come back to Azerbaijan when visiting the liberated territories. That's going to be as great as all Azerbaijan is. Thank you very much again and have a wonderful day. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Very much. Okay, so we're starting with the presentations. Stage is yours. Investors are here, please.
Good afternoon, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, the honorable, all of guests and participants. Introduce myself. My name is Ikhwanul Yusuf Maulana. I am from Indonesia, and I represent BISLUK. BISLUK realized that human resource with reliable skills, either its soft skills or hard skills, in accordance with industry development and needs are the main assets in developing business entity that is increasingly facing more complex challenges in this era. However, not all business entities have or can access easily this human resource due to various limitations. These are time, limitation of time, knowledge, experience, and then human resource management or networking. So, BISLUK Present is a social commerce. Social commerce is a combination of social media and e-commerce that connects business starters and MSMEs with professionals. Those are freelancers, agencies, consultants, and service providers to meet needs and solve various business issues. So why should use BISLUK? Because we are sharing profit for 0%, practical and flexible, professional, and we want to become a one-stop business solution. And you can networking and sharing information in our platform because we provide the social media feature. Our services quality is 10 times better. And how does BISLUK work? BISLUK has two products. The one is BISLUK Platform, and the other one is BISLUK Space. BISLUK Platform, that I said before, we connect the client and professional. The professional can be individual or institution. And BISLUK Space is a cafe, co-working space, creative space, room, virtual office that can be owned by BISLUK or partnership, become a convenient place for networking, for discuss, for gathering in business topics. And we take multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary approach. All of discipline can offer in our platform. But there is requirements. The discipline must correlate it and intersection with business aspect. These are natural science and math, humanities, social science, engineering, and technology. The business model for BISLUK Platform, C2B, B2B, B2G, and for BISLUK Space, B2C, and B2B. Our indicators, traffic, user registration, GMV, product, and service sales. Our revenue stream come from platform fee, profit sharing, advertisement, premium feature, and product sales.
And the time is over.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, BISLUK. It was a great presentation. Thank you. So we are moving with my, yes, please. The clicker. Yeah.
Good everyone. My name is Wali Bakari. I'm the co-founder and the CEO of My School 365. During the heat of the pandemic in Nigeria, about 90,000 schools were closed down, and only few percent of those schools were able to continue their activities online. That was why I and my team started a project called My School 365 to help school owners run their school activities using the online platform. So because most schools in our country, they have an incomprehensible school management solution, most of them don't even have. They still use the manual processes and the paper form. So that was why that is a problem with most schools owners. And our solution is a school management platform that is robust, affordable, and also comprises the solutions needed by these school owners. So this is how it works. We have a dashboard that comprises for the teacher, the admin. The admin had the super admin that can control both the teacher, students, and the parents. So some of their unique value is one, our solution is user-focused, it's affordable, it saves time, and it builds efficiency. So currently now we are having a beta testing version with 20 schools. So, and at the end of this section, we'll be launching fully with schools. So, and our stream of revenue, we have it in 3 platforms. We have the basic, standard, and the premium. The basic are for school who has a student from 1 to 100. We have the standard is from 200 to 100 to 200, and the premium is 200 to 500. And the market is huge, because for now, most of the school platforms we have in Nigeria has not even covered 5%, 7% of the total market of 90,000 schools. We also have, after our launch, we intend to expand to countries like Ghana, Kenya, Cote d'Ivoire, and the likes. So our year plan goal is in the next 1 year, we intend to reach 500 schools, on board 5,000 students. So let me not use this. So our vision is to become a leading school management platform for emerging markets. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for the great presentation. Thank you, my school. And the clicker, yes. So we are moving with the green flames. Please, stage is yours. Please follow the timer.
Hello, everyone. This is Al-Amin Abidin from Green Flames Market. Green Flames. We are basically based in Bangladesh, and we do produce waste plastic from petroleum oils. So coming back to the point, I want to start with few numbers. Like, do you know that only 9% of total waste, plastic we produce is recycled, and 12% is incinerated. Rest of the 79% of the plastic that the world produces, it is either in the landfill or in the sea. So the situation is very alarming, and if we don't act right now, it will be too late and it will be catastrophic. So this is the plastic that we needed, we use it, and now we are drowning in it. So we Green Flames came up with a solution with the point of view of Bangladesh that we have the energy deficiency as well, so, and we have this waste problem too. So what we are doing, like, we are converting this waste plastic with the help of the combination of thermal decomposition and the pyrolysis, and we are converting it to the petroleum oils and gas. So actually we are solving 2 problems at a time: energy and the waste management. And we believe that the plastic itself is the cure, okay? Because we will be solving 2 problems. And also, like, the solution we are having is very scalable, it is sustainable, and it is commercially viable. Good part is it is highly scalable, because we believe that all the wastes that produced by human are in the misplaced. If with the help of the innovation and technology, it can be easily converted to assets. And we believe that we have to do this for creating a healthier environment for our future generation. Okay. So far, we have invested $1.2 million, and currently we are in the sales range of $0.5 million in a year. We required 1.8 million more investment, and with the help of this additional amount, we can actually twice our revenue. These are my partners. 2 of them has a very high skill in managing factories. 1 of them is a very good sales guy. I'm the business development guy. And 1 of them is the innovator. I must have to explain about my innovator. Mr. Tawhidur Rahman, he is working with this project for last 15 years, over 15 years actually. And his innovation and his contribution to this environmental pollution has came into the account. He received the Best Innovator Award in 2019 and 2016 by our Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Okay, we Green Flames are very affordable. We produce clean energy. We actually have the fast mover advantage in Bangladesh because none other country is doing in this large scale.
So maybe something, if you have something important, just mention because the time is over. You said how much you raised, right?
Okay, this is the product actually.
Okay.
This is our outcome. So we produce carbon blacks, we produce refined gas, and we produce petroleum oils. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the presentation. It was really inspiring solution. Thank you. So it was Green Flames, and right now we are moving with a Sky Snack. Please, stage is yours. 3 minutes.
Thank you. This part is interactive part. Let's play a game together. There is one rule. Answer as fast as you can, left or right. Are you ready? Just left or right. What is the real Morgan Freeman? Left or right? Right. What is the real Johnny Depp? Right. What is the real Shakira? Which side real Drake? Which side real Professor? Which side real Elton John? Which side real Miley Cyrus? Congratulations, you answered 7 questions in 16 seconds. One more. Which side is real mail or which side is fake mail? You can compare name, you can compare subject, you can compare domain name. Unfortunately, no human eye can catch the difference. It's impossible. But it's possible for attackers can send out your emails from your exact domain to recipients, won't be able to find it's fake or not. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we are solving with SkySnack. I'm Barış, I'm partner of SkySnack. SkySnack is a cybersecurity solution in focusing on impersonation attacks and direct domain phishing attacks. Let's talk about risks your organization can be faced. First of all, impersonation. Impersonation is unauthorized person can be used your exact domain and sending mail to anyone, anywhere, any time of the world. So this can be cause financial loss, this can be cause important data loss. Second, marketing side. We guarantee that if you use SkySnack, your emails, your newsletters, your marketing bills never be in spam anymore. You will be always in the inbox. We solving with that, increasing your reputation and leads to increasing higher deliverability. And to sum up, our solution is holistic approach. First, we protect your organizations. Second, we give full visibility of monitoring. So you need everything, you can see everything you want. So third is, we increase your domain reputation so you will never be in spam anymore. Integration is very fast and seamless. We do everything in 24 hours. We're able to ask the change one TXT file for SPF and one CNAME file for DMARC records. We can't read any emails, your emails, because we sit on the DNS side and underline that we can't read your emails. This is some dashboard, this screenshot of our dashboard. You can see many graphs, you can see many maps, you can see everything what you need and what your IT department need. And if you want to wonder about your organization domain health, find me there or go to SkySnack and request a domain analysis. Thank you.
Thank you. You're quick. And the clicker, please. Okay, so we're moving with Smart Mushroom. Stage is yours, 3 minutes. I can have it.
Thank you. How can I
Yes,
use it?
yes.
Yeah, okay. Greetings, everyone. I'm Mert from Smart Mushroom. I'm co-founder and CEO. So I will present you today an agri-tech startup. We are focusing on mushroom production, industrial mushroom production. So Smart Mushroom is basically IoT, AI, and automation startup. We're improving the quality of mushrooms, and we're also improving the yield and production process by managing outside of the greenhouse. So what's the problem? As I ex-farmer and ex-trader of mushrooms, I saw a lot of pain points of the farmers.
there are lack of education, lack of fuel, and lack of product quality, and it also affects the economics of farms. So what's the solution? The solution is basically automating directly with AI and IoT, so farmers don't need any education and any prediction of the economics of greenhouse. We're providing all of them. So what's the product? The product is simply 3 IoT devices and also a management system of mobile application and edge AI devices. So we're providing them an instant status check, instant automation control, and we are providing all the emergency and all of the data processing, reporting, and all of this stuff that all IoT startups say to you. Also, we have a very user-friendly interface. It is very crucial for all of the farmers because they have low education, low intellectual, and they're too hard to use this stuff. This is why for us, it's very important UI UX. We're providing AI for real efficiency. We're providing really good, sorry about that. We're providing good product quality and yield. This is why we're focusing on. Our income model, spared 3. We're providing hardware, we're providing AI and services and mobile applications. Also, if you want to scale your farm, we're providing all of the parts. It's all inside the package. So if you look at the markets, it's very depends on when the country started cultivating industrial mushrooms. So if we look at Turkey, it's started at 2000s, it's fairly near market, but in Europe, it's grown. In Asia, it's super old industry. So if you look at the acceleration of the market, it's super fantastic because if you're looking at the world mushroom cultivation production, is accelerating exponentially, so it's good to see. So,
do you raise right now?
Yeah, we're raising.
Okay, tell us how much do you raise right now?
We're raising 500K. This is our team. We're raising just for the outside of the Turkey. We want to collaborate with MENA region and Europe region to scale our business. At first, we closed our deal in Turkey. So we raised 200K in Turkey to grow our product and scale it to capitalize in the Turkey. There is no directly mushroom startups in the world. So yeah.
Thank you very much.
So much.
It was a great presentation.
Yeah,
thank you. So it was Smart Mushroom, and we are moving with a Kwimi. Please, stage is yours, Kwimi. You'll have 3 minutes. Please watch the timer.
Hello everyone, I'm Ersoy Soyer, the co-founder of QME. Today I present you our digital customer experience solution. What is QME? And I tell you that none of us wants to wait in the queue, and the queue is the biggest problem for us. In each day, maybe you can wait in the queue, and the research says that 52 days life disappears from the queue. I think that you don't want to in a line like this, but this research says that in the retail industry, the approach of the annual loss is about $12 billion, and the other areas, like $200 billion are left, and it's very important for the companies. Then we developed SaaS product, QME. What's QME? We are like in the customer side, like a digital experience, but in the company side, we give them business intelligence and productivity tools. The companies doesn't know that how many visitors in each branch, how often they can visit, who are they. They are very important from the customer data, and they want to know it. In customer journey, we said that don't wait in line, your line will wait you, and we can show our merchant companies from the customers, then they say they can select their experience. Maybe they can take the queue, or they can buy something from maybe takeaway options. And the companies know that who are they, and at the end of the experience, they send a race screen, and they know that about feelings or some giving advices from their customers. On merchant journey, we say that be productive, be digital, measurable and sustainable growth. It's very important for the companies. we don't have a barrier. For non-QME users, we can use QR codes. Maybe they can serve their experience from WhatsApp, Telegram, or SMS. We are focusing these sectors, and it's very important for them. Then we can also talk with them, and we have some customers in each sectors. It's very easy to be a merchant in us. Fill the form within the QME, review and confirmation. After then, you can be visible on our app. It's very easy. Our revenue model is membership packages, maybe integrations, and the commissions from the product sales. Increase your productivity, grow your business, and prevent loss of source codes. If the customer sees a queue, they don't buy anything, or they don't like your experience, your income is lost. We start on February, and we launch our application 6 months later. After then, now we can work on scheduling systems, CRM models, and payment solutions. We have 5 sectors. You can see our customers. Now we can in 110 points. And we also have competitors, but they only use in only queues, but we have new features, and we have some revenues for the companies. We need an investment, $300,000, growing the team, marketing costs, and technical infrastructure, and we have a talent team. Ömer and I are the co-founders, and we have an advisory board, Murat Badar from Stanford University and Dila Çavuşoğlu from North Carolina. We work with them from the data science. Thanks for listening to us. If you have questions, we have stand from there. We can talk. Thank you.
Thank you. Just in time. So we are moving with Ortus. Please, stage is yours. Please watch the timer.
Hello everyone, Sinan Tan from Ortus. I'll be presenting Ortus 4C to you. Ortus is a communication platform, AI-based communication platform with modules like video, chatting, help desk, chatbot, co-browsing, and we are providing digitalization, time efficiency, and cost saving to our clients. The problems we are solving on the company side is market-leading client services, what every company is looking for, and also client service might be boresome sometimes and decreasing employee motivation. We are solving that, and we are decreasing cost while doing that. And users are looking for self-service, easy self-service capabilities, and they demand quick resolution. Time is important for them too. And also on the market side, pandemic brought in remote social distance communication requirements. Our products are Ortus Post is a chatbot, Ortus Desk is our live desk, and we can incorporate video chat with that. Ortus Scope is our co-browsing assistant, and these are all modular products. You can use them standalone, and you can also use them all together. They can talk to each other, and they have the capability to be integrated into social media. Like you can bring up any of these products using Twitter or even WhatsApp. Ortus Bot, the biggest problem, we are supporting 17 languages through NLP, and there's no code requirement, very easy to implement, very flexible product. Ortus Desk is our peer-to-peer chat product. You can do pool management on a channel-based level, and provides very detailed reporting, increasing efficiency. As an example, if a client starts on Ortus bot chatting, and if the bot can't answer, it can refer to the agent, and the agent can start a video chat, or agent can access the client's desktop and do co-browsing. Some industry best practices on our side is insurance is very big. We did claim processing decrease from 30 days to 5 minutes for one of our clients. Telehealth, we are the leader in Turkey right now, doing video expertising, remote doctor and patient sessions. Technical service, again, we are the leader. We can do video exploration for any items that needs maintenance. And also right now, we are about to finish an implementation on WhatsApp payment method with one of our clients. So looking at the competition space, I listed the global big names here, and you can see our differentiation is providing all these modules at once in a package or on a standalone basis, whereas most of the big names are missing some of these capabilities which some clients need. So they don't have to go to each of these products or each of these names, but they can do one-stop shop.
And the time is over. If you
One
want-
last statement.
Yes,
We are
of
looking
course.
for a value-add investment, value-add cooperation. We are on an investment round right now. We are looking for 600,000 US dollars. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So, Smart Test Prep is on stage. Please.
Hello everyone, my name is Yasmin and today I'm going to present you our startup called Smart Test Prep. We turn scholars into scholarships. So the problem that we're trying to solve is that many students want to get into international universities on scholarship and grants, but the problem is that they don't know how to do this. They fail standardized tests, there is academic fraud going on, and we really want to solve this hole. So our solution is an online platform, a comprehensive platform that helps students to get to international universities on scholarships. So how do we work? Firstly, student comes, we help him to find a perfect university that addresses all requirements of the students. Then the student fills the questionnaire, and our system automatically assesses the chance of acceptance in percents, and we see all the weak and strong spots of the students. Then, of course, sometimes there will be some weak sides, and we are really trying to help students to solve them, and we have everything inside our platform. The test preparation, the college essay counseling, everything is included inside, so the student can really boost up his or her application and get into university they really want. So we have already helped 650 students to get into 16 different countries, into top universities, and win the scholarships worth of $9 million. And we have already received some pre-seed investment in the amount of $50K, and we are planning to grow 3 times in half a year. So these are the numbers. Our priority markets are CIS market and also Indonesia. We really want to go to Indonesia market because we have a mentor there and the demand is very huge. So these are our competitors. Our main competitor is Study Free, the last one. It is a Russian edtech startup, but the advantage of our startup is that we want to be more technologically advanced. We want everything to be more automatical, and also everything is included inside our platform, so it is really a comprehensive solution. So we work with a freemium model and subscription tariffs. This is the prices that we have. And finally, our team. So everyone in our team has an experience of 5+ years, and also we worked as a traditional business, so we have an experience of helping students. Everything is already working offline, and now we really want to just move it to online platform, and that's it. So we're looking for strategical partners, mainly in the face of international universities. We want to be partners with them. And also, we really want to attract some investment. Now we're looking for seed investment in the amount of $500,000 and $1,000. So this is it. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Yasmin. Thank you, it was great, and in time. So the last startup for today's morning pitching session is Spin Analytics, please. Stage is yours, please follow the timer.
Hello everyone, I'm Dionysis and I'm VP of Technology in Spin Analytics. Let me outline something. How financial technology plays a vital role in during crises like current pandemic. Recent COVID-19 crisis highlighted the inability of banks to redevelop models fast and the inaccuracy of the existing models, raising concerns from bank regulators. Banks use thousands of models that are still developed manually due to the expert judgment required. So that's the big challenge here. There is a need to develop fast, high-quality, regulatory credit risk models. To address this huge opportunity, we set up Spin Analytics. With more than 30 years of experience, we coded our expertise in an artificial intelligence engine, and we introduce you Risk Robot. Risk Robot completely automates the manual process of developing and validating regulatory credit risk models and works globally by applying any kind of regulations. Any model that banks has developed with Risk Robot has passed the audit controls of the regulations. And did you know that the average time for a bank to develop a full model is about 6 to 9 months, and the cost is about $300,000. Risk Robot dramatically reduced that time from months to just a few minutes, and introduced a new paradigm in credit risk modeling, boosted credit expert productivity by 10x. It can create huge benefits like time to market, auditability, compliance, and unlimited modeling. We already have established a global network of partners like Microsoft and Azure, and have won more than 70 global FinTech and DirectTech awards. Our team consists of experts and seniors in their field who used to lead large teams in global major Tier 1 banks. Thank you very much, and I'd like to listen to your opinion in our stands back there.
Thank you very much. It was Spin Analytics. Thank you. Just a small information for all our foreign startups and investors. You can have PCR test in the hotel free of charge today during the day. So please feel free to